What's up, Virgo? Gotta give y'all these powerful messages. You know, I feel when I give these readings this way, I'm able to combine and in real time, create solutions, say the solution, create amazing insights in real time when I do these readings rather than just uploading. Feels like more of an experience when I read in real time. So I'm going to read two things, doing it differently. So first I read to you my summary of the message that I read. Then I'm going to read what ChatGPT created into prompts from my messages. So here's your July message, Virgo. Here's your July 2026 message. Virgo. Taking our time with unhelpful partners or unhelpful attitudes, but finally letting go. Balance is incoming. No need to analyze anymore. So this Virgo reading really encapsulates Cancer and Leo's, goal, their task they're doing, which Cancer was about learning how to trust past your old programs. Leo was about moving confidently past these programs, past these inner worries, and then into eventually learning how to execute trust smoothly. Now you're grading how well you are trusting, how well you are present, how well you're trusting the present moment, how well you're trusting yourself, unlearning these old beliefs. And so Virgo's message encapsulates both of those things. Taking your time with unhelpful attitudes, unhelpful beliefs, and finally letting go. No need to analyze, because you're living through the new programming. The more you put out your beliefs that are flawed, you're putting out old flawed beliefs, old judgments. So when we quit analyzing, we actually can have a fresh, oh my goodness, a fresh program, we allow our program to be renewed, updated. So let's see what the prompts are. Let's see what ChatGPT created as a prompt out of these messages. So the first question, Virgo, in your prompt: what do I already know that I'm pretending I don't know? So I'm going to read on all three of these. That's the first question. Second one is, what decision is awaiting beneath all the analysis? Third question is, what action would create more clarity rather than another hour of thinking? Let's answer the first question. What do I already know that I'm pretending I don't? What do we already know that we're pretending we don't? I guess it'd be that we're changing our belief systems consciously now, which means you just don't trip out when shit looks like it's something deceptive, which is you no longer dealing with an unhelpful attitude, or in some cases for y'all, unhelpful partners. So you just would quit analyzing their behavior, because it's like, it's your business. I don't care. I know this is helping. I know it's helpful. I'm not just going over simple, psychological truths Nah, this is tools helping you see yourself. Even the words are tools. So what are we pretending we don't know that we already know? 3 cards, Virgo. What are you pretending you don't know that you already know? Wow. I believe the star card is rebuilding our attitude. The message is rebuilding, we're getting away from old attitudes, we're clearing our programming. We're building a better programming of ourselves, a very solid, powerful one. And I think it's good to pretend we don't know we're doing that. We're so busy handling ourselves. We're over here, before you know it, you just won't analyze, you'll just be. I think it's fun when you know you're doing the good work to be overthinking on the good work, overthinking on something that matters, because each time you look at it, it changes you. It technically kills you. You think about stuff that could kill you, it's the same. You change each time you encounter this transformative thing or murderous thing. It's one and the same, I guess. I mean, if you're intentionally doing this consistently, overly, this is a good thing to overdo and overcheck, because it will get the job done. It will clear out the old you, the old program, for a better one. Good for you, yourselves, everyone. That's all I can say. I mean, it feels so uncomfortably good and squeaky clean and goofy, but to actually be on time, be felt, be understood, and have your words, your lines hit. Your words are like lines in a show that make sense. Hell yeah. For life to be online, alive for you. So that's what we're pretending we don't know, is that we're creating a good program, a good alignment for ourselves. What decision is awaiting beneath all the analysis is the next question. What decision is awaiting beneath all the analysis? What decision is awaiting beneath all the analysis? I actually like reading like this. It's way more alive. It's way more energy. Way more energy. So, what decision is waiting beneath all of that analysis? What decision awaits? Doing what you want, doing what you want is the best way to put it. this is just how we view it. How we view it. Oh, it's not good for me. It destroys me. And I got to keep my distance from it. Even though I enjoy it, and it's part of my foundation. It's actually part of my identity, pretty much. But so it's at war with yourself. So you truly feel like you're taking away from your world when you engage in this and deal with this. That is an issue. That is like an unhelpful partner. This unhelpful attitude you have, this is an unhelpful inner partner to have. An unhelpful partner is to feel wrong just for having something that's actually a healthy part of your foundation. That itself is an unhelpful partner to have in yourself, to walk around believing this thing I have, this thing I do, that is ultimately unhealthy, unhealthy, but it actually helps me. It actually helps me. So, doing what you want is what awaits beneath all the analysis. What awaits beneath all the analysis? So you got Devil, Temperance, Prime. Yeah. Working this out with... See, and the problem is... Not the problem, but you get to this decision at this pace. Slowly but surely. Finally sticking to what you want to do. I mean, hey, you only get quicker at doing it once you face, this is me pausing myself. I think it's necessary, though. I mean, at least you know. Oh boy. Let me hurry up and get this next question done. So when that card comes out, Virgo, you got to be there for the ride, the learning experience, essentially. There's more to learn in doing what you want, and how we really are in the way of doing what we want because of our beliefs. So dare to say, it's like when you eat food and your parents tell you, or guardian tells you, can't go back in the pool or you're going to start cramping. You got to wait now. So now we have to give our inner beliefs a chance to digest so we can get back in the world. So that's what it's about, like. Because it's this feeling still, that we gotta break up by not analyzing it and still believing, still being a good partner, be a good partner to yourself. Get rid of the unhelpful beliefs. Have helpful beliefs. Make time for what you want. And then the Knight of Pentacles is like, give it time, and then what you want will be able to be in your day and your month. So as you get rid of the mentality, the unhelpful partner, the unhelpful attitudes, the helpful stuff fills the spot. You just have to be more aware of it. So the next question is, what action would create more clarity rather than another hour of thinking? Yeah, so going back to what you want, thinking about what you want, keeping the energy for this, because it's like, although you still have the passion for it, you haven't been able to have the gas to drive on this. So it's still keep your focus, your belief there, your heart there, your worries and ideas there. So just have better beliefs about it, because it's healthier. So essentially, feeling better, thinking better is the last ingredient when you're moving pretty confidently. That's the missing piece. Is just, but that needs to be consistent. So Yeah. You have a lot of built up disbelief. That you invest by just seeing out. By seeing it out. By daring to stick to what you want, seeing yourself out, sticking to your vision, sticking to yourself. You see yourself out. See your program. So you're programming yourself with your program, exact program. Fully, if you were a bold color, you're programming yourself with your exact color. Because we've been living life, looking at other people's colors, matching their colors, but you're finally able to wear your colors, and your colors getting your responses. So we're always going to be, in a way, it's good. We were never fully ourselves because we always would know why. Always becoming until you're aware of what your color is, who you are. So all the work is necessary because it's all good work because it gets you closer to yourself because you know what isn't you, what doesn't feel good. Then you know what's you, essentially. These feelings are all helpful. They're all helpful. You just keep these feelings helpful rather than unhelpful. So we need helpful partners and helpful feelings. And be helpful. Be helpful to combat unhelpful attitudes. So Leo's message, Leo's answer when dealing with moving past inner judgments, inner worries, is to have a contest of how well you execute the task of being trusting in that situation, or just trusting yourself with your feelings. Or now grade yourself on how real or how comfortable you felt being. Now you grade yourself on how smooth it was, how smooth you executed being you, essentially. You know how we squirm, saying what we want, asking the right questions. Now you can grade how well you were saying your lines. How well were you being you? Now that's the new action. Grade yourself on how well you're being yourself. So Leo's answer was, grade yourself on how well you're being yourself, how well you're being genuinely yourself. Virgo's answer was, oh my God. Constantly responding. Is that what I said? Because I know I had it figured out around the 16-minute mark. I was doing a roll call at that point, but so that's Leo's message. So then it goes into Virgo. So they're not analyzing it. If Leo's grading themselves on how well they're themselves, Virgo's just trusting it. That's what they want. Analyzing no further, because who they are is the programming. Being them, you are the new programming you're doing. Being you is you programming yourself. So Leo is, how consistently can you be yourself smoothly? And Virgo is, how well can you, oh my God, stay yourself? How well can you execute the task of trusting yourself? And then I guess Virgo is, how well can you keep programming yourself with yourself by trusting what you want, being yourself? Being the truth. At that point, you are the truth. You are embodying the truth. Because you're going to be yourself on this day when it's good, on that day when it's bad? How well can you stay embodying your truth or who you are as the truth? We're keeping it lined up. So later, Virgos. Pretty sure I did the last question. Yeah. So instead of an action you can take instead of another hour of thinking, that would create clarity. Another action, oh my God, what action that would create clarity right now instead of an hour of thinking would be to, be yourself so well, be the truth of you so well, judge how well you're being the truth of you. So once you execute the task that's true, now you program yourself with how well you're being you. So now I can get off this camera. The other messages, Virgo, for July 2023. So the answer is, how well are you being you? Don't analyze, because the moment you're analyzing, it's like you're looking for permission, or if there are no teachers around. How well are you trusting in being you? Period. Later. That is the answer for the month.